Genesis chapter 5, the book of generations and the man who walked with God. Genesis chapter 5 might look at first glance like a simple genealogy, a list of names, numbers, and lifespans. It traces the line from Adam to Noah, 10 generations in total. And with each generation comes a rhythm, a pattern that repeats. Someone is born, they live, they father children, and he died. That phrase appears like a drumbeat. Over and over, it reminds us that the curse from Eden is still in motion. For dust thou art, and unto dust shalt thou return. But if we look closer, this isn't just a record of death, it's also a record of life. These men lived, they built families, they carried forward a promise. From generation to generation, God was still preserving a line, weaving hope through the very lineage of mankind. Each name represents a lifetime of choices, work, worship, and legacy. God doesn't overlook them. They're written down, remembered, honored. And then, in the middle of that rhythm, something extraordinary happens. One name breaks the pattern. His name is Enoch. We read that Enoch lived 65 years and begat Methuselah, and then the story shifts. It doesn't just say he lived, it says he walked with God. Not for a moment, not for a few days of obedience, but for 300 years. In a world already marked by death and decay, Enoch lived in communion with the Creator. And what happened next is even more remarkable. He was not, for God took him. Enoch didn't die. He was taken, caught up, removed from earth, and welcomed into God's presence. This is more than just a miraculous escape from death. It's a glimpse of eternal life, a testimony that walking with God doesn't end in the grave. It leads home. Then the chapter closes with the birth of Noah. His father Lamech gives him a name that means rest or comfort. And he speaks over his newborn son a prophetic hope. This same shall comfort us concerning our work and toil of our hands, because of the ground which the Lord hath cursed. Even in a world weighed down by the consequence of sin, there's still longing for redemption. And that longing begins to take shape in Noah. So while this chapter may not seem dramatic on the surface, it's deeply spiritual at its core. It teaches us that God remembers names, that he records the faithful, and that even in a dying world, one person walking closely with him can break the cycle and shift the story. You may feel like your life is ordinary, like you're just one name in a long list, but if you walk with God, your life carries eternal significance. And like Enoch, your journey with him will never be in vain. One day, those steps may carry you right into the arms of the one you've been walking with all along.